She's played everyone, from Yvette and Baby Boy to Katherine Johnson in Hidden Figures, and of course, the one and only Cookie Lyon. But Taraji P. Henson isn't just a powerhouse on screen. She's also been a bold voice for mental health, self-worth, and protecting your peace. Today, she's bringing that voice to our conversation, talking love and relationships, her advice for me as a working mom, early side hustles, and what it means when a story led by a Black woman takes over the world. Let's get into it, because baby, this is Keke Palmer. This episode is presented in partnership with Airbnb, where summer adventures feel like a home away from home. Speaking of unforgettable moments, well, you'll see. Let's start the show. The Taraji P. Henson in the house on Baby. This is Keke Palmer. I am so happy to have one of my favorite Virgos of all time in the building.
Yay, thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, we always are seeing each other out and about. I don't know what we are, somebody's concert. I mean, I just feel like we always seeing each other out.
I've been running into you since you were like 16.
The first time was at the Mike Epps comedy show.
It was Mike Epps, because I couldn't remember if it was Mike or Kevin
And you
Hart.
were eating that
you
bob
were
at
front
that time.
row. Yes. And I was like, this baby knows comedy. Look at her checking out the comedy shows.
Girl.
You were 16, weren't you?
Yeah,
I kept
was
my
loving
eyes
it,
on
and
you
I
ever
was,
since.
I was literally like, I'm sitting next to Taraji P. Henson. I was living my best life, and I feel the same way right now. Thank you for coming. Now, I'm excited to get into these pre-show pull-up questionnaire to see what type of energy we're giving, and I'm already loving the first thing. Today, I'm giving Schiaparelli because, yes, fabulous, with the side of Zara.
Well,
we love Zara.
I do highs and lows. That's how you keep from going broke.
Man, we was just talking about how the shopping will literally have you in a chokehold. But I feel like we should be able to write that off. It's a part of our career.
Yeah, they changed it a couple of years back. They changed. It has to be like costumey.
Isn't that crazy?
Like you can't be able to wear it on the street.
But it's like, I am a costume. I need a costume to be Keke Palmer. Like,
Keke, I'm with you, babe.
You know,
I'm with you.
Today's mood in one word, grateful.
Always.
Always gratitude. It makes everything better, especially when things are hard.
For sure.
You know?
And any day I wake up on this side of the soil, I'm grateful.
Amen. What did you listen to on the ride here? Ratchet hip hop. I love that it's just the genre in itself.
Yeah.
We didn't say any particular song. It's just ratchet hip hop.
Just
Put the
ratchet.
playlist on.
Just play it so I can stay up.
Are you a night owl or are you a morning person?
It depends on what time I went to bed.
Yeah. As I've gotten older, I'm trying to be in the bed at the latest 10 p.m. And I know that's crazy because how are you getting there?
Wait
You know
a
what I mean? When you have to work and everything. But I want to sleep so I can get up early.
That's cute. You know what's good? A good night for me in bed by 7 p.m.
And that's
babe.
even better.
Ooh.
That's like, oh my gosh, my life is made.
Because guess what? I stop answering the calls. I stop it with the emails. As soon as my housekeeper leave, I'll be closing the blinds.
I mean, because you're going to get maximum rest and you have time to pour into you. You can run that bath.
Yes.
You can watch a little something. You know what I mean? You don't have to go straight to sleep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I really appreciate that. Okay, one thing that instantly makes you laugh, my fat Frenchies. How many do you have?
2.
Oh my gosh, how old are they?
Buddha is 2.
Come on,
and
Buddha.
Zen will be 1 in December.
First of all, I love that they're all about peace. We got Buddha and we got Zen.
They have to grow into their names.
Uh-oh.
Especially Zen.
Have you always been a dog person?
Yeah, I was when I was a kid, and then I think I became a real dog mom when I became a mom. Because I got my first dog that I owned, not my parents. When Marcel was like 5.
Shout out to Marcel. How old is Marcel?
Older than you?
No, really?
Maybe 31.
I'm 31. We're the same
The
age.
same age.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That's
Shout out to
great.
Marcel. You know, I'm a boy mom now.
I know.
It's the best thing in the best. Girl.
We just went to lunch yesterday, me
Oh
and my
my-
handsome man.
How crazy is that now? That I mean, the conversations that you guys probably have are so maybe similar but different because he's an adult.
He teaches me a lot. Like the shoe is on the other foot now.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
he teaches me a lot.
Do you see yourself reflected a lot in him or like your parents? Like, who does he most remind you of?
Physically, his face is cut and paste of his dad.
Wow.
Like, it's crazy because, you know, his dad passed when he was 34.
Oh my gosh.
So Marcel's 31. He's really like, when I look at him, it's just like I gotta pinch myself sometimes.
Oh my gosh, were you and his dad together when he passed?
No, we had already broken up, and I was living here in LA, and because it was like, I remember reading Baby Boy. And I said to John Singleton, I said, you've been following me. Like, this is my life. This is literally my life. The car, him borrowing the car, all of that. We were young and dumb, and you know how it is.
I mean, in that movie, like, that movie is such a cultural classic, but when you really get down, it also talks about the systems of, it's about the systems of oppression and how young men, black men specifically, become infantilized because of the system and then the moms and the thing, so as I've gotten older, that
really,
movie,
that's why it won't go away. It
Girl.
won't, yeah.
And it's like Baby Boy. Like, these are the baby boys of the community. How do we help them evolve through that, these crutches? So that movie is like, I mean, obviously it's one of your most iconic roles, one of my favorite roles that you've done. But the last question before we get into to everything I want to talk with you about is your last screenshot on your phone.
Oh, I love recipes.
Me too.
So that's my algorithm. So it was probably a recipe, because I have this new app called, I shouldn't be giving these people this free, but it's called Reci Me.
Like
so
RESY?
RECIME, something like that. I'll show you when I leave. And so what happens is, if you're on Instagram or if you look up a recipe, you can save it to this app, and it'll put it all in the dimensions and the measurements and all the directions and instructions all in one app.
So you like to cook?
I love to cook.
Girl, I love to cook, and I want to be able to cook more. You know what I mean? Because it takes time to sit there and do and get it, but it's one of my favorite things to do. I love looking up videos
I
online.
want to take a culinary class.
Me?
I saw Tiana the other day. I'm so inspired by her, because I really want to take one. I watched her, and Karuchi took one too.
Yeah.
And I'm so inspired.
I mean, I just love it's very meditative.
It is.
And it also feels good when you can feed your loved ones.
Yes. Someone asked me a while ago, how do you show love? I said, I cook, because everything from having to go to the store, figure out the whole rest, the meal for the night.
Do you have a go-to
love. Meal? Do I have a go-to
like
meal?
for like where you say, like, boom, I'm cooking this one for the first time with these people. Like, this is the Taraji P. Henson meal.
For me, it's about a feeling. I love to make. I just learned how to make.
That means you can cook for real.
Well, I mean, I do pretty.
I'll be going there with a whole. Okay, so then this measuring.
No, I do measure, and then I have dishes that I can make off the top, what I've been making for years, like a lasagna. I make lasagna like an old Italian grandmother.
Girl, I'm coming to the house. I'm coming to the house.
Please do.
Now, I mean, you also travel, because I just seen this St. Lucia trip, girl, and I'm trying to figure out how I get an invite, because you were living large. Yes.
I just like to do that girlfriends thing.
Now, which one are you? Are you the one planning everything? Are you the one late to the van? Like, who are you?
I'm the planner.
Come on, Virgo.
You know how we do.
Yes, we need it to be right.
It has to be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how was the trip? I mean,
it was
how long
amazing.
Were you there?
I was only there for 4 days. Trying to find time to stay away is the issue. But 4 days, I was grateful. The Windjammer had us there. It was amazing. We went to this small town called Sanfria. And it's in a volcano. Have you ever been to a volcano before?
No, and I've never been to St. Lucia.
You have to go. It is so beautiful. It's this cute, the Sanfria is this beautiful town right on the edge of in between these two peaks, these mountains. It looks fake. And to see it's all black people, because you'll see a town like that in Scotland or on the Amalfi Coast or in Italy or somewhere like that. But this is black people. Like it was like magical.
Oh my gosh. Well, you also visited a place that I felt is very magical. You did a solo trip in Bali.
Oh,
I've always wanted to do solo trips, and I've always wanted to go to Bali. And you tell me about your experience, because you said it was very peaceful. You came back with a different vibe. How long were you there on that trip?
When I went the first time, I was there for a month.
Oh my.
Yeah. I mean, you need that because it's so far. It's so far. It's like, depending on the route you take, it's like 24 hours of traveling. So you really need more than 2 weeks to really get your bearings, get that time clock right, and so you can enjoy it.
So did you have any because I know there's obviously a big culture of wellness there. Did you do anything specific?
Oh, I did a lot of hot yoga. I did a healing where a priestess prayed over me, moved a lot of negative energy out of my body. Sound bowls. I did a sound healing. I mean, that's literally where you go to eat, pray, love.
When I tell you I love all that stuff, I did my first kind of thing like that in Sedona when I was like 18. And this lady was beating on my damn chest so hard.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I was crying because I was releasing or if I was in pain. Right. But I was like, keep beating, mama.
Right. She was moving something now.
It
Because
needs to
I
be
thought
clear.
mine was going to drown me. She kept throwing water in my face. And I was like... But it worked. I felt lighter.
You know what I mean? Right. It's like, I don't know if it was because I was fighting for my life here or fighting for my life here. Either way, we're going to figure it out.
Right.
Now, you're already Tony nominated for Jaja's African hair braiding on Broadway. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But you're getting ready to actually do your Broadway debut with Debbie Allen. That's exciting. How you feeling about that?
I'm excited. You know, I went to Howard University, the Mecca, HU, you know, and I studied theater. And actually, August Wilson came to speak to us when I was in my first acting class. We got a lot of Ozzie Davis, Ruby Dee, you know, Felicia Rashad came back, and you know, she and Debbie Allen are alumni. So for me, it's 360 because you know.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. I won the Debbie Allen and Felicia Rashad. When I was 6 months pregnant, I needed to finish school. I had no money, and I auditioned for the Triple Threat Award in honor of their father, Andrew Allen. And I won it, so I was able to finish school. So, I've worked with her with Debbie Allen in the beginnings of my career when I was on this Lifetime television show called The Division. She played my mom, her and Sally Struthers. They were a lesbian couple who raised me. Wow. And Debbie Allen was my birth mom. And so then she came and directed some episodes of Empire, and then now she's gonna and I directed on a sitcom like I forget Half and Half years ago.
I love
so she's been like, yeah,
on through this journey.
Exactly.
Girl, you did Sister too. I mean, I love when I'm watching like a sitcom and like I'm like,
see
damn,
the old
Taraji.
right? I was busy back then.
Okay. But what's so interesting to me was that this was your first Broadway debut. I know that. I mean, you like you said, you did theater. Did film just come at you so fast, film and TV, that you didn't get a chance to really invest in the theater scene as much in that way?
No. Theater. When I became a mom in college, I just knew that I didn't want to struggle in New York with a kid. I felt like the cost of living would have been a little tough for me, being a single mother. So I think moving to LA was the right choice. But, you know, theater is always around. Like, I've always gotten offers. The timing just was never right for me.
Yeah.
And so this time
is perfect.
You know?
What do you think that this character offers you that other characters haven't? I mean, you've played the gamut, comedy, drama. I mean, there's so many different nuances you can tap into. Which one is this character you think going to be feeding?
Well, my love for August Wilson and what he did. You know, because I studied that so many of his plays in college, and I did so many of the monologues for classes and things like that. So to actually do it in a real way, a major way, on Broadway, it's just, again, it's 360 for me. It's just like...
When does it start? Because I can't wait to come see it. I mean, I love the theater.
Yeah, me too. We start rehearsals the end of February.
2026, I'm coming to see you. Joe Turner's come and gone. It's going to be amazing. 2026, looking forward to seeing that. Now, you've described yourself as the quirky girl in the hood. So I need to go back to what little Taraji was like. I mean, what area did you grow up? I know you're from...
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C., that's what I thought. Okay, so what was it like for you as a kid growing up in D.C.?
I was very rambunctious. I had a very big personality that was nurtured specifically by my dad because he was very big personality. I was just I was free to just be me. My family would sit and I would entertain them. I mean, I was always like baby magic. Like, that's the best way to put it. Just probably undiagnosed ADHD.
Right. Seriously, I relate.
But my dad noticed that in me at a very young age and started funneling me through the arts. And literally, that's why I never became a statistic. You know, I wasn't supposed to make it out the hood.
That was going to be my next question is, when did the arts find you? You know, and what was your first realization that you were like, was it singing? Was it your humor? When did you realize that, I have a talent.
I think honestly, I'm 50. I'll be 55 9/11, and I
blessing.
still remember kindergarten. I was very rambunctious child, and it was specific teachers in my life. My kindergarten teacher, I can't remember her name, but she put me on stage for the first time because I just would not be still. I wouldn't keep my mouth shut, and she needed that big mouth for the graduation, and I sang The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow. And I remember I did something at the mic, something funny or something, and the audience laughed, and I was like, whoa, I felt that power. I remember that feeling in kindergarten. Then again, in the 5th grade, this was back when teachers could spank the kids.
Which is crazy. My daddy told me about that.
Oh, yeah. My mother gave them all the permission. Whoop her ass.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. And so in the 5th grade, I wasn't a bad kid. I just had all of this energy, and it just needed to be channeled. And so my 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Lane, I'll never forget her, put me on the stage for the first time, and I had to play the Queen of Hearts in some play. And again, that feeling that I had in kindergarten came rushing back. And then again in the 7th grade, I was in this horrible ghetto-ass school called Friendship. It was the school without walls.
The school was called Friendship.
Friendship.
That name is even.
But it was a school without walls or windows.
So what y'all was doing? Y'all was at the Grove?
Basically.
That was crazy.
It was like the windows were like 4x4s, really thick. You couldn't see out of them. It literally was the pipeline to prison.
Oh, my gosh. And they
was getting us prepared.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially because it was in the hood. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we had the grade school, young kids were like down in the basement. It was the weirdest setup ever.
Gosh.
No windows. So if the class clown across the hall acts up, the whole floor is disrupted. It was a mess. But I got out. I made it.
No windows.
Yeah. She introduced me to Shakespeare, Miss Hawkins, in the 7th grade. Mm-hmm. Shakespeare in the hood, y'all. Hear me?
Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you think about those early days that shaped you? There's a cool quote that in Glamour magazine where you spoke about your father. He said, fear and fate can't coexist.
No.
You got to pick a side.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's an example, whether early or even into, now, where you feel like fate showed up for you or that you chose fate over fear?
I say the biggest moment was me deciding to move out to L.A. with just $700 in my pocket and my kid.
I mean, me, when I was just like thinking about that again, it's different when you hear stuff like that and you're not a mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like those mothers can do anything,
Yeah.
But when you become a mom, you realize that's crazy, girl.
No, people thought I was crazy, but I just know me, and I know that I'm gonna make a way. That's what I do, I watched my father make a way. I watched my mother make a way. Like it was all around me. I had incredible examples right in my life. Like I didn't have to look to the stars. It was right around me. My mother left the South at 18 and literally worked her way up from the basement to corporate America. So, I was watching this. So all I did was just do what was shown to me. My mom never gave up. She worked hard. My dad worked hard. I was like, I just got to work hard and apply myself. Like, literally, that was it.
Wow. So, I mean, what were those early days like coming in? Like, how soon did you find your community? Like, did the young actors and actresses hang out? Like, did y'all have a way that y'all got together?
In L.A.?
In L.A., yes.
Oh, yeah, because we would hear, like, so-and-so moved to L.A. So, Howard is a big community.
Yeah.
So, that's all it was.
School connections,
exactly.
Too. And I know, did you date Hill Harper?
Who said that?
What? Was that some tea that I sipped during my research?
A long time ago, child.
Girl!
Were you even born?
Now, why she had to get me together like that? She didn't have to do that. I was right there with Marcel.
You were little. He doesn't remember.
I mean, what was it like dating entertainers? Like, I mean, because that's something I've never. I guess I've dated an entertainer before, but it's different,
How do I say this?
Baby, this is Keke Palmer, yeah.
Baby, I had a vision so clear it hit me like a pool noodle to the face. My perfect Labor Day weekend laid out in HD. There I am, floating like a queen on my inflatable throne at golden hour when the smell of something heavenly hits my nose. My best friend is in the kitchen of our Airbnb channeling her inner Gordon Ramsay, but with actual seasoning. Not a sad room service sandwich in sight. She's serving up her best attempt at recreating one of the lovely Chef Teeny's recipe. Hey, girl. Last summer, I booked one of those gorgeous Airbnbs that I found through their guest favorites. If I had a gourmet kitchen for our potluck dinners and a huge living room from where we could spread out for our game night and catch up. During the day, we were lounging by our private pool, and at night, we were stargazing from the deck with snacks and stories. That's the magic of Airbnb. You get these perfect spaces to really connect with your friends. If you're planning an end-of-summer getaway, consider an Airbnb guest favorite. These are some of the most highly rated homes on Airbnb, perfect for group trips or family vacations. I mean, you get more space, privacy, and better locations than you can shake a vacation selfie stick at. Grab your popcorn and sip a little something, because I'm going to need my girls every Wednesday to watch Tyler Perry's Sisters at 9/8 Central on BET. Listen to this. With the stress of jobs, relationships, and jealousy, everyone is on the edge of their breaking point. The drama is more intense than ever, and the bonds of sisterhood are being tested like never before. These women thought they had it all figured out, but honey, life had other plans. Between secret romances, workplace rivalries, and friendships hanging on by a thread, anything can happen, and the sister circle may never be the same. Y'all, when I tell you this season is serving everything we need, tears, laughter, romance, and those jaw-dropping moments that'll have you texting your group chat at midnight, now that sounds like my kind of show. Watch new episodes of Tyler Perry's Sisters Wednesday at 9/8 Central, only on BET. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.
It has its challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. Been there, did it, done it. Not sure if I would go back.
Girl, isn't it so crazy?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
It's just, I think for me, and you never know how love is going to come. So I'm not telling you anything. Just do what you're doing, but you know.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's just like, I'd rather have a different conversation at home.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
But then we run into this thing where it's this double standard, at least I feel, when as a successful woman, that ends up being a thorn in the side in your dating life.
That too.
For some reason.
But it has to be someone who understands what you do and champions it. Like, it's not in competition.
Yes.
Wants to see you thrive. Don't want to get in your lane. Yeah. They exist. It's just, where are they?
No, seriously. It is true. It's a conversation I think about often. I always talk about it with the successful women and women in our industry because it's different for the guys. I mean, no one cares if they found somebody, crazy girls. It doesn't matter. It's not looked at anyway. You know what I mean? But for us, it's a total different thing because we have to deal with the gender biases. And like you said, the competition, which, it shouldn't be there, but it's a thing. I do want to talk about you honoring your father's legacy with the Boris Lawrence Foundation.
Yeah.
And it's centered around mental health. I want to just talk a little bit about what made you start that and how it's been going.
Well, my dad had his challenges. He's a Vietnam vet. And he was very hard on the sleeve. He, shared everything. He didn't hide anything from me. And just watching him struggle and knowing that the resources just weren't resourcing.
Yeah.
Then I become a mom to a young black boy, and he's getting older, and the rose-colored glasses come off, and he realizes I'm a black man in America, and I don't know what to do with that. I'm not a black man, and we started having our struggles, and it was time to go for help, look for help, because I can afford it,
Thank God.
But then I thought about a community of people who can't. Not only can't afford it, but won't even talk about it. So I just felt like, and then the more research I did and finding out the statistics and the numbers of the ages of children who contemplate suicide or die by suicide, and the age is getting younger and younger and younger. We're talking like 5-year-olds contemplating life or death.
It's so insane to me when I see that, and I don't know the reason why.
I couldn't sit idle. I had to do something. And so that's how the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation was born.
I think it's so good that we talk about, thank you for doing that work, because I think it's so important that we talk about that and we continue to normalize it, because I do think we live in a society in general. Like, I'm not even going to put social media and all that stuff into it just yet. We live in a society in life as human beings where we think we're supposed to be happy all the time.
Yeah.
That happiness is a baseline. And it's just not. Some people just can be born with a melancholic orientation, where it's just you're just more so melancholic. There's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. But it's when we are told that we should be a certain way, or we should be like this, that becomes the problem. And then we add in social media, and you, as a young person, comparing my life, and should I be doing this or should I be doing that? And it's like, guys, sometimes you're going to get depressed.
Yeah.
It's not stopping the depression. It's navigating your way through it.
Yes.
And, leaning in and learning and teaching yourself how to deal with those waves. Because I think the more that we talk about it, the normalizing it begins, and people don't have to fight those negative emotions as much. Because it's just life.
It is what it is.
It is. Like,
life is going to life. You're going to have ups and downs. Some days are going to be better than others. That's just life.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. Now, you've worn a lot of different hats. It was cool getting into this. Like, you worked at the Pentagon before you started really full-time acting. You were substitute teaching. You even did singing and dinner theater.
Yeah.
That would sound very fun. I feel like you was eating it up. Now, what do you think your experience was like with all those jobs? How they kind of helped you in your career now?
Well, I just think for me, it's always about people watching. All the different people that I interacted with, and lots of characters, especially when you're a waitress, because everybody gets full, they're drinking and they get loose. So a lot of characters. I've done a lot of interesting character study.
Wow.
In all these different jobs, because I always saw myself as an actress, and it was just, I'm doing this in the interim. So I was always collecting, work, collecting a bag of characters to use anytime, because I knew I would have to.
What did you feel your breakout role was? Because obviously for many of us, we're like, oh, baby boy. But what do you think that was the one for you, where you feel like people really got to see?
No, it wasn't Baby Boy. Because Baby Boy, they thought that John Singleton found me somewhere off the street.
The character was so real. All your characters are.
Thank you. I don't know. I think I'm still having breakthrough moments. I don't know, because, yes, I've done theater, but, my core audience, really, they haven't seen me on the stage. So that's another breakout moment. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. But also we got to talk about the breakout moment of not just you, Taraji, but TV in general, when y'all did Empire.
Oh, that was
And
crazy.
when you played Cookie. Because, it changed TV. It changed the conversation. People weren't even watching. Even Lee Daniels just doing TV. So I have to talk to you about that time. And did you initially like the character Cookie? Did you see that? Yeah, let's talk about that beginning. And what made you say yes? Because thank goodness you did.
Thank you. I was actually doing a play in Pasadena.
Oh, I love Pasadena. I grew up there.
Yeah. So I had Pasadena Playhouse, actually. And so I had just left Person of Interest, and I decided I didn't really like TV. It felt a bit too corporate, and I didn't like it. And so I was turned off, and my manager at the time kept telling me about this script, Empire, you need to read the script. And I was like, I'm doing theater to see if I even still love what I do. Leave me alone. I'm not reading this script. It's stupid.
No, that's how it can feel after doing it long enough.
And so I literally I would not read the script. And he kept calling me saying, Fox is there, Fox. I'm like, Fox who? He's like, Fox execs, they're there to see the play. Every night somebody from Fox would come and I would have to go out to them. And so finally, right. So I made them come to me. So finally I got home, and I don't know if you've ever done theater before, but it takes up all of your time. Yeah. You literally have no time. And so one day I went home and I started reading the script, and I was like, this is dumb hip hop. This is stupid. And then Cookie gets out of jail, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, oh, okay, I can dig it. I like it, but I was scared of her because, played wrong, she could just come off as a stereotypical black, sassy, loudmouth black woman. And that's never my intention. It's always to make real people. Breathe life into these characters so someone out in the world can see themselves reflected in these characters I portray.
Yeah.
So I read it, and once I started doing my research and I started getting to the why, it's always a why a person is the way they are. And if you play that's the truth, then the audience will then feel empathy or care about the character, because there's always a why. So once I got to her why, I was like, oh, I can see myself doing this. But then I was like, Terrence Howard has to be Lucius, or I can't do this.
And you knew from, like was that you coming in and saying it, or did
I
they?
said it to Lee Daniels on a Zoom.
That's right.
And I said, I will do this, but it has to be with Terrence. If you can't get Terrence, I'm cool. And I closed the computer. And next thing I know, they're calling me and Terrence in for a chemistry read. I was like, I don't have to do a chemistry read with this dude. I told you to hire him. But anyway.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, how did that impact your career? I mean, like, I know we've seen it and we were there, but like, what kind of roles were you being offered after people saw you do Cookie? Like, how did it impact what people saw that you could do?
It's interesting because when you're first getting started, when you do something really well, then they kind of just send you a lot of scripts like that. Yeah. So it happened when I did Baby Boy. They sent me every ghetto baby mama. And I was like, I'm really classically trained, guys.
Shakespeare.
Then, again, it happened. I did. They just couldn't figure me out, I guess. I think they still trying to. But I did not Hidden Figures. I did Benjamin Button. And then, I got 2 other scripts where I played an aged mother. And I'm like, guys, I did this already. Like,
Hollywood does do that.
They will do that, right?
Yeah, they do.
It's like, I've already done this. You've seen me. Why would you even want to see me do this again?
Yeah.
And so that started happening a lot. And then when I did Empire, so many other things came out, like Hidden Figures came, Proud Mary, like so many other things came that kind of
Proud Mary was cool.
Yeah, that kind of got them away from trying to pigeonhole me. You know what I mean? And I had to fight for that. Like, it was turning down a lot of things and just like knowing, like, when you're trained in theater, you know what a script should look like. By page 10, if I'm not feeling something, 9 times out of 10, it's not a good script. You know what I mean? So because I've studied literature, I know what a good script. Now, I can't control the director or the direction, but I do what I do with the script, as the actor, and the rest is up to what y'all do in the editing room. I have no control over that.
Yeah.
So, I think after Cookie, that's when things like really changed for me.
Yeah, and you were in not just the actor's seat, but the producer's seat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you were able to change the trajectory. I love seeing you and Tyler together. Acrimony is also one of my favorites of yours. I love that movie.
Thank you.
And then now you guys just broke records. I mean, 50 million views in the second week for Straw. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But my real thing with the movie is when I'm watching it was like, this is really a message of where we are also in the world right now. Whether you're a mother, whether you have a sick child, wherever you are, we all are at that last straw.
Yeah.
And we thought the last straw was, the convenience store. We kept thinking, it's like, no, the last straw started at the top. It started at the beginning. So what drew you to it? Because it's a very impactful piece. And I think something that, again, like I said, everybody can relate to. It's hard out here.
I love Tyler. I really enjoy working with that man. And he sends me so many scripts. He's like, I got this. And, I'm really good at knowing what's good for me and when it's someone else's blessing. I'm really good with that. It's like, I'm like, Tyler, I don't think this is for me. I think this might be somebody else's blessing. Then he doesn't stop, though. That makes him go back to the drawing board. He came back and he was like, I think I got one. And I read it. And when I got to, I don't know, she just spoke to me. Being a single mother, I could relate. And not only that, it's also, too, about making people feel seen. This is a woman who just felt invisible. And I know that there are so many people in the world like that, especially with what we're going through right now. There's so many, that is happening to someone right now, losing everything, getting put out of, their comforts of their home. And their last check. And so I don't know. I just when I read it, I was like, I could see myself in it. And I just felt for her, and I just wanted to breathe life into her. And I called him, and I was like, yeah, this is it, Tyler, you got it.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I mean, there's this narrative where they always say, oh, films like this are a risk, but then they blow up. And I feel like this happens a lot with Tyler. So I'm curious what you think. What keeps that myth alive when we actually have direct examples that people want to see this work?
Tyler knows his audience, clearly. Everything he drops is a number one. But that is like because he has worked his ass off to garner this incredible fan base.
Yeah.
And it started on theater. And they just followed him from the stage onto the big screen.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think it's so important. I always use Tyler as a reference. For me, it wasn't necessarily theater, but with my social media and my immediate to audience engagement, it changed my career. And it gave me a direct way to know what they wanted from me. They knew then what they could ask for from me. And I think, you know, the more that people lean into their audience, the proof is in that pudding. So he's a great example of that. We talked about you moving with $700 in your pocket, with Marcel on your hip to pursue your dreams. And in your memoir, Around the Way Girl, you said, I never saw my baby as a roadblock to my goals. I simply started planning and dreaming about my ways I would get what I wanted out of life while I had a baby on my hip. Having my son gave me laser sharp focus. And I feel similarly.
Yeah.
So how did having your son really clarify your purpose and fuel your ambition?
I didn't have time to waste. I was 26 when I had Marcel, and I moved to LA. And I would often hear, oh, girl, you got to go out because that's where the networking happens. And I'm like, explain how networking is happening in a club when everybody's drunk. What are we talking about?
I mean, it's crazy because that really is a tool for some people that works, but I've always never been able to really get to it
I'm
either.
about that business.
Yeah, I just can do the work.
Yeah, I'm not chasing dreams in no club where people are drunk, you know, reading wrong signals, mixed signal. I'm not doing that. I never was that girl. So, you know, I couldn't go out. I couldn't party. So I had to focus. I had to focus on how to get to this money because I want a better life for my son, you know. And so it made me more business oriented. You know, I didn't have time to play around.
What piece of advice would you give to people like myself that are in their career, striving, working at things, but yes, have their child, you know, single moms that are working for their dreams? What's a piece of advice you would give to any of us about how to continue to move forward and not have that guilt of working for something for yourself?
Well, you must make your dreams come true, because if you don't, then what are you teaching your kid? I always consider myself a mother first. I will tell you one thing being a mother did to me, and I know that that's why I understand my instrument so well. Because when I would come home from work or from the outside dealing with Hollywood, when I crossed that threshold, it became about my son. He don't understand Hollywood. He don't understand the process of auditioning or getting. I have a science fair project due tomorrow. I am hungry. I have the chicken pox. You know what I mean? I've basketball. So I've learned to turn it. I have a switch, literally, I can turn on and off. And being a mother allowed me to do that. Because again, when I got home, it was all about him. It had nothing to do with the outside world. So I'm really good at turning that switch on and off. Literally, I could be in the scene. Jesus. Cut. So, girl, last night when I was at the club, like literally I can do that.
That's an important shift, though, because a lot of people don't know when you're in our industry where life imitates our art, and like when everything feels so conflated into one thing, people sometimes don't know themselves offside of a set.
Yeah.
So to have that differentiation is definitely crucial.
Baby, when they yell it's a cut or that's a wrap, that thing
Bye-bye.
stays right there.
Yeah.
And I go back into being me. Don't call me the character. I do this every time somebody calls me Cookie or Yvette. It's like, it's not my name.
Oh, my God. Come on, that's not my name. That used to be a jam, that song. Oh, my gosh. Do you think there was a moment where your son either because based off what you're telling me, it seemed like he always just was like, that's mommy. Was there a moment where he was like, oh, my mom is Taraji P. Henson, like where he was like, oh, people see you?
Yeah, he grew with me. So
Yeah.
it was so sweet because I would always talk to, that's my best friend. That's my little person. And we would always talk, and he knew because he grew up around it. He always knew. And I would always say to him, and he would be very conscious of people coming up to me in public. But he always would hear me. I would tell him, I'd be like, I don't want to just be a black actress. I don't want, yes, I love my people. I love us, but I want my art to affect all kinds of people, And so I remember once, I forget after which project I'd done or whatever, but we were out and some non-black people came over and said they loved my work and they knew who I was, and he was sitting like this, and when they walked away, he was like, Mom, they weren't black. So those babies, they are paying attention, they are listening, and they care. Like
they really want what you want for
what
you.
you want, exactly.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Yeah.
The other day I was sad, but I wasn't vocal about it, but I felt sad. And Leo comes up to me as my son's name, and he says, strong mama. I was like, he knows.
Mm-hmm.
It touched me so deep. He said, strong mama.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
My baby sees. He deserves to see, like you said, me chasing my dreams, me happy, me fulfilling myself. Because he knows I'm a strong mama.
Yeah, and don't hide it from him. Share that with him. Yeah, share that with him.
It's such a blessing. Now, an armchair expert, you said, I come with a lot. I really related to this. I mean, I relate to so much that you say. I come with a lot. If you weren't dating me, you wouldn't be looked at under a microscope, which is a very honest insight for anybody dating anyone in our business.
Yeah.
How has that, saying that or getting that out at the first stage, helped in your relationships? Or give them an inside look at what's to come?
I just don't want to surprise anyone. Because at first it's infatuation. You know what I mean? They like what they see. They probably have fallen in love or fallen in like with a character that you've portrayed. So I got to get through all of that first. No, I'm not Cookie. I'm not none of them. I'm me.
Yeah. And it's so weird, the characters that they desire. Because somebody was like Akila. I'm like, now that's weird. We're grown.
Right.
Like, like this is a childhood fantasy.
Right.
Like, what's going on?
Right.
Girl.
So, so it's just getting through all of that. And can they handle it?
No.
Right. And that's why I'm single.
Okay.
Baby, this is Keke Palmer, yeah.
Remember when Paris and Nicole had to learn about the simple life? Well, I just found its perfect opposite in Rich Girl Summer, the new Audible original that had me canceling all my plans just to keep listening. Here's the tea. Valerie, this down-on-her-luck event planner, finds herself pretending to be a socialite's long-lost daughter up in Toronto's fancy cottage country. But baby, between uncovering family secrets and falling for the impossibly handsome family assistant Nico, she's about to learn that some summers change everything. And when I tell you the narration is everything, Hamilton's Philippa Sue brings its romance to life in a way that'll have you swooning poolside, beachside, or wherever your summer takes you. I was absolutely in over my head with this one, just like Valerie, and loving every minute of it. Ready for your own romantic summer escape? Listen to Rich Girl Summer now on Audible. Go to audible.com/richgirlsummer. What's a green flag that you maybe passed up in your 20s that now you're like, oh, this is a go?
A green flag that I passed up in my 20s.
Yeah, like, sometimes we're like, oh, I don't want the guy that's blah, blah, but like now when we get older, we're like,
the
oh,
nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good boys. I was into them. Let me be quiet. I'm from D.C., so.
Yeah, I think, she said that should give you a hint. I think I used to find myself into aloof people. When it's like, you think that makes them interesting, but it's like, no, they just don't have anything going on. But you think it's unique.
No, I like the bad boys.
Wow.
I was into them.
I feel like the bad boys always was liking me. And I'm like, I don't want to go to the trap house again. I did a few times and it's like, it's boring in there.
Yeah, well, the
Y'all
trap
not doing
house
it
is where
behind
you
out.
can find me. I love that so much. I was young and dumb. I grew up, you know.
I mean, our tastes change. I was seeing an interview with Sierra where she's like, the palette changes.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
As you get older, you want different things out of life.
You want different things?
Yeah.
I love Whoopi's quote where she said, I don't want somebody in my house. I relate to that. I don't want nobody in my damn house.
Baby, listen to me. Girl. Now you're talking.
It's so good.
You keep talking about all these relationships, and I'm like, what the last time I had? It's not even that. It's just that I have fought to get this peace that I have.
That's right.
I am, and so
that's right.
I protect it fiercely.
That's right.
Fiercely. Even to the point where it's like, hey girl, let's go out. If I leave my house and come to where you are, is that going to disturb my peace? Like, those are the questions I ask.
No, that is the big question for me and anything when I'm thinking about dating is, are you going to disrupt the that's going on over here? Because I don't want no disruption. I'm cool with the getting to know and an enhancement, but I don't want any disruption. And it's like, you don't want to be so stringent because you know that, okay, there's some tips and bumps, but it's like, I'd rather just be chill with me. Like my mom used to always say, I could do bad all by myself.
That part. I did a movie. You know what I mean?
You definitely
But no,
did.
seriously, I literally rather just be by myself. I mean, because I'm happy.
That's right.
I just remodeled my home.
Fabulous.
And the one thing I said was I need to, if, you know, the guy, whoever he is, God willing, when he comes over, he needs to know this is my house.
Okay.
And there is no space for you here. If you spend the night, pack your in your bag the next day and take it with you because I don't even have a drawer for you.
And I feel like that sounds great.
And it's fine. And
that sounds great to me.
It's great.
Everything can be fun.
It's gonna be fun. I'll meet you out.
That's right.
I'll come stay over your house. You can come stay over
cute.
mine.
My house stays clean.
That part.
Yeah. That's how I feel too. I really do. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's just because of what we've accomplished or anything like that. But
It's the we've been through.
Man.
Not trying to do that again.
No.
I can't. And you know, once I realized through therapy that I had my energy was I would trauma bond.
Yeah.
Not even with like lovers, but like with friends.
Yeah.
And so I've cut a lot of people out of my life because once I realized, oh, this is a trauma bonding here.
Girl, it is so great what you said about the friends because we do focus so much on the relationship stuff where it's like the friendships sometimes you realize are facades as well. It's like,
absolutely.
Oh, babe, I thought that I was being friends with you, but really you're just mirroring me. I'm talking to my damn self. You're an echo chamber.
Right.
This is I'm in an echo chamber because you're not actually reflecting anything back but me to me.
Yep.
So how am I getting fulfilled? Oh, I'm not getting fulfilled. This whole time I was being extracted from and drained.
Yes.
It's so crazy how we only often think about it in relationships. But no, it can be in friendships as well.
Yeah.
And then you end up finding out that it's like, actually, I do prefer my own company. Let me go to this Michelin star restaurant and have an experience real quick.
By myself.
You know, it's interesting. It really is.
Yeah.
But I do think that when we have these realizations that maybe, it does open up a door for something more authentic, you know, to find us.
For sure. I think so.
Yeah. Now, what inspired your talk show? Peace of Mind.
The urgency to get our community to talk about mental wealth. It was like, you know, I felt like the foundation was doing a great job, but on a larger scale and the people that we wanted to connect with and affect, it just wasn't enough. And so I felt like a talk show needed to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And put a face to it that we all know and love.
And get some other faces in here that people are familiar with to be like, now, if they're struggling, okay, it's okay to say I'm struggling, you know?
Yeah. I do want to just quickly touch on the documentary Number One on the Call Sheet because it was incredible. But one thing that a lot of my friends and everybody was talking to me about and asking me about was why it seemed like the guys were having a different experience than the women were having. And less than focusing on that, I want to ask you, what do you think the answer to those things are?
Because it is. Their experience is different. They get paid more than us. Let's just start there. They get paid more than us. They have more opportunities. Usually, you know, things, have changed. But as far as consistency in the workflow, men just get the opportunities to be the stars of the movies. And then what are we? The cute wife, the girlfriend, But now you have women like myself and Keke taking control and producing and doing our own things.
So that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Is I think that is because honestly, I
We have
don't
to
know
change.
how to make anybody else change something, but
No.
I know what I can
do for
me.
myself. Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
because TPH, I put it on every morning. These
I
legs are
love you.
shining because of your hair care.
Yeah,
So
thank
it's
you.
like, and by the way, it was so crazy when I was thinking about the hair care. I didn't even know you was doing hair when you was at Howard,
Yeah.
making money in the dorm room. That was so it's a full circle thing there. Anyhow, I wanted to bring that up because I do think as in our industry, a lot of times we've been put in this position where we just got to focus on getting this job and
Yeah.
focus on getting this role. And it's like, it gets to a certain point where it's like, let me be a brand in a business.
Yeah.
Because I can't depend on this one source for income. So yeah, let me have the hair company. Let me have this other job. Let me be the content creator. Let me diversify so I don't have to sit here with my hand out.
Well, you must. And in a position of begging all the time.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't do well like in those positions. I don't.
Absolutely not.
No.
We're Virgos.
Absolutely.
We don't do that.
So.
But it's like, when I see it, and I wanted people to know this, like, yeah, while these challenges are very real and true, get in the driver's seat and buckle up.
That part.
Create multiple lanes.
Yeah. Build the doors to open. Don't stop knocking at a door.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so let me get into this game real quick because I love playing a game with all my guests. And I mean, you always have the answers, I feel. So I wanted to play a game where it's like, what would Taraji do?
Oh, God.
I'm going to give you a list of scenarios and you're going to tell me the best way to handle it so we can get some of this Taraji whiz.
Okay.
Okay.
Hope I don't get in trouble.
How to recover from texting your ex.
How to recover.
So bad when it happens.
Change the number.
New line, who this? Period. Okay, the key to a good thirst trap.
The key to a good is it a picture or just in general?
Well, it could be a picture, it could be a video. Anywhere where you're trying to make sure the eyes are on the assets.
Well, you have to show the assets. But leave something to the imagination.
Okay.
Yeah, just
I
a
love
tease.
that. Show but tease. Keep it
Tease.
cute.
Yeah.
Okay. Go-to bag essentials. What do you always have in your bag?
A lip therapy.
Because we don't want to be cracked and dry.
A lip therapy, a lotion, and some Kleenex for sure.
Keeping the nose clean.
Yeah, and I have a runny eye as well.
Me too. I do too, and it's like I didn't have a drop shadow when I came in here.
Right.
It was just a clean liner. Now I got smoky eye.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm the same way, girl.
Yes.
Okay. How to make the first move without making the first move. I feel like you would be great at this.
How to make the first move without making the first move? Flirt and then make them feel like they did it all themselves. I was waiting for you to come over here. After you to show thigh, leg, and wink.
Did
and
everything. Yeah. I love that. I think that's like a really cool thing that I also seen with my mom. Does that a lot with my dad. Dad, hopefully you don't listen to the podcast and find out the secrets. But she always does some stuff like that and it makes it seem like it's my dad's idea. It's like,
Exactly.
Larry, you didn't come up with that.
That's right.
She just told you that. How to deal with a friend who loves to tell your business. Are we cussing that out?
She might come up missing.
Literally, because why would you tell my business? Girl.
Who does that?
Okay, things I learned at 50 that I wish I learned at 30.
To not give a
I do feel it's kicked in a little bit more than when I was in my 20s, but I want it to kick into overdrive.
No. I figured it out. Listen to this. This is real that I'm spitting here. I figured it out. God gives you enough to give until you get to 50. And when you get to 50, you've run out. Any people in here 50?
And it's so happy.
I'm the oldest in this room. Thank you. Do you give a about anything?
No, she don't.
I don't
I known her
care.
for a long time. She don't care about nothing.
I really don't care. No, you know in your 40s you'll say it, but you
Yeah.
still kind of care. When you get 50, I don't give a
Oh my God.
I mean, I really don't.
That feels
I
like
don't lose
bliss.
no sleep. No
How
is
do
my
we-
favorite word.
How do we get engaged with it sooner?
You just have to, it comes with time.
Ugh.
It comes with time.
I feel it in the reach, but it's just a little bit away. But, you know,
Yeah, it comes with time.
we'll keep working on it.
Because at 50, you realize you're closer to the end than you are the beginning.
Yeah.
So I just
mean-
can't worry about what other people. I don't have that kind of time anymore.
Oof. Sounds blissful.
It's very blissful.
Last one. The best response to a you up text. Are we getting our freak on?
It depends on if I want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to, what's the reply? And if you don't want to, I guess no reply?
If I want to, why aren't you here yet?
Now that is so good.
Right?
Because it's commanding without being demanding.
Yes.
It's like he on the way.
Yes.
Yes, girl.
Are you outside yet?
Yes. Taraji, you are everything and more.
You are everything and more.
Oh my God.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so
I
much.
just cannot say it enough. I mean, because to be a full-grown adult in this industry, but then to grow up in this industry and weave your way in and out of the bull and still hold on to yourself, that's an accomplishment. I'm just really proud of you.
Thank you so much. You know I'm trying every day. And when I look at people like you, it's a great inspiration for who I can be, what I can do, and what I can overcome. You know, it's hard when people place your value on these things, when you
Yeah.
know your worth is so much more.
Yeah.
So I really do appreciate you.
Yeah, you're so inspirational. I just love you.
I love you. Thank you for coming to the show.
Thanks for having me. And I
How
love the
awesome.
hair colors.
Thanks,
So pretty.
Taraji is always good for laughs, honesty, and a whole lot of wisdom. She took us from Howard to Hollywood, broke ground in Hidden Figures, and gave us a cultural icon with Cookie Lyon, all while reminding us that the real flex is being unapologetic in everything you do. And now that she's in her 50s, she truly does not care what anybody thinks. She's proof that protecting your peace isn't selfish, it's necessary. You can take up space and still keep it cute while doing it. I know that's right. Until next time, baby, this is Keke Palmer.